villain inspired makeup look. Very bold eyes, very bold lips, bold hair, bold badass denim jacket. Everything bold, go big or go home. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed and see you next time. So you want to make sure that your face is properly cleansed and moisturized because we're going to go to work on it. Okay? So I'm just moisturizing my face with this ultra rich body butter from Skin Fix. It's a body butter, but I don't really have a moisturizer, and it seems to react well with my face, so I'm just using that as the moisturizer. Now I'm going to take the Black Up Full Coverage Cream Foundation in the shade HC04, so the shade 04, and the e.l.f. Flat Top Kabuki. And I'm using the Flat Top Kabuki because I want to get the most coverage as possible. You don't see villains with flaws on their faces. It has to be full coverage and flawless. Now you will see initially that the foundation might look a bit off, but once I give it a few minutes, like 10 minutes, and my skin warms it up, it blends right in and matches me perfectly. So I just dab this all over my face, and I'm gonna use dabbing and swiping motions, like so. And always blend down your neck. Of course, if you want to wear this to go out, you should use whatever is your favorite primer. I honestly just forgot, and it's too late. On a second layer of foundation, but I'm mostly just gonna put it in places where I need a little extra coverage. So I missed here overall. Yeah, and I want some more on my cheeks, a little more on my jaw, and I'm gonna stipple this more to get even more coverage. You don't really have to put too much underneath your eye because we're gonna go back underneath there with some concealer anyway. Like villains, foundation always matches their neck. Like, you will never catch a villain slipping. So blend down that neck, and something is eternally in my eye. Now I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I got a sample of this in my Ipsy bag. This is the shade Tan. This is not tan, maybe tanned for a very light skin girl, but it is too pink and too light for me. But again, I'm gonna bake using Sacha's Buttercup powder, which is very yellow, so that will counteract it, and in the end everything will blend in well. I really like this concealer. Like, it's really sticky, so it takes the baking really well because it kind of needs the powder to keep it in place. It's very full coverage, it's very creamy, it's very nice. But the shade range, the eyes, I would really recommend this because it is not drying at all. It's quite moisturizing, and it has vitamins, so it's actually supposed to help lighten dark under eyes. I'm going to waste no foundation or concealer. And I can't seem to find my beauty blender, even though I had it like 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to blend this in using my finger, and Buttercup powder, which is a yellow powder like Ben Nye's banana powder, and you'll also see a lot of yellow powders in contour kits or contour palettes. So just gonna take this Real Techniques setting brush. I poured out some Buttercup in the cap. Continually tap that under my eye until I build up the color. As Emily Noel 83 on YouTube said that the best concealers to bake with are sticky concealers, because tend to accept the powder better. Because if you cake powder, which is a dry thing, onto a dry under your eyes, it's going to look like a desert because everything is dry. But because this is sticky and it sort of accepts the powder really well, it takes the powder. Elf brush versus 7. Excess powder and lightly dust it over the rest of my face. Don't forget to blend into your hairline, blend over your ears, and put some powder down your neck as well. Going to take this crown brush, it's like a tapered 205er brush, and I'm going to take the City Color Contour Effects palette. This is the original one because there's a second one as well. Going to take the darkest shade and just a little bit on my brush. I'm going to start to contour and then build it up just a little bit. You always want to start off with a little bit. I want my cheekbones to appear pretty high, so I'm going to just follow the tip of my ear and go straight down from that, and that's where I'm going to contour. So from the top of my ear, just going to place that right there, trying to keep the majority of it to the back of my cheek, and then as I blend down it will distribute. Top of ear, back of cheek, and then I'm going to start to blend that in and out. Not blending down, I want to keep it up. What is with all this hand motion? Brush that I got off of eBay, and I'm gonna take a little bit more of that dark contour color and just put a little bit on my temples, just a little bit, and then blend that out. So you see, the good thing about setting your entire face is that it's easier now to go in with other powder products, and it's easier to blend because so powder would blend out well if it has a powder base. You know, like how when you're making bake, you don't want bake to stick to the soup, to whatever counter, so you put some flour. Even though the dough is made up of flour, you put some flour so that it wouldn't stick. It's like the same concept. I don't cook, by the way. So I'm gonna take the City Color Sunkissed Trio, which is now just a single because I dropped it and both shades fell. But my favorite shade is still in the middle there, which is the bronzer shade. And it takes a little building up to show on my complexion, but it's so pretty. It has a satin finish, and I find that it's really pretty. So I'm gonna first dab it on the perimeter of my forehead and over where I contour. I'm gonna dab it a little bit above the contour on my cheek, and then blend it out. also like to contour my jawline. I find that it looks good in pictures, but I wouldn't do it for real life. Right, so I'm just gonna go back in with the dark contour shade and go right at the back of my hair, the back of my hairline, like right here, and underneath my jaw, just with the tiniest bit of coastal scent brush. This is from the Pearl collection. I got this in my Ipsy. And I'm also going to take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium deep. This is their matte bronzer. I don't find it smells like chocolate. It smells like candy to me, like that cheap candy, like those imitation M&Ms that Charles sells. That's what it smells like to me. It's just candy. And I'm going to contour my nose. Like, it's just the slightest bit darker than my skin tone and cool toned, but I feel like it makes the best nose contour color. Go down the sides of my nose, follow it. Oh God. Blending that out ever so gently. Alright, so let's highlight, and I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator in the shade Peach Nectar. It looks like that, and I'm going to use the Sacha Cosmetics blush in the shade Radiant Glow, which looks like that. I find that this is too pink for me and that this is too yellow for me. I put them together and I get a champagne pop kind of looking highlight. So just dab in between the two. Just gonna pat it on, slowly building up the color. I'm gonna blend that down on the apples of my cheeks so that there are no harsh lines. Because the glow from within does not have harsh lines. I'm not going to apply any blush because we are villain. We don't want anybody to think that we're playing with them, so we ain't blushing today. And now I'm gonna finish off the face with the Myo Badescu with aloe herbs and rose water. Got it on Amazon. I like it a lot so far. It's not a setting spray, it's just a facial spray, but it does set your makeup, it does settle all the powders, and it does increase the weight. L.a Girl Gel Liner in brown and the Coastal Scents angled medium synthetic angled brush. And I'm just gonna pop on some dramatic brows. These are not some everyday eyebrows. So as usual, the first step is carving out these bad boys. And I'm just gonna go straight into the NYX Milk concealer brush from Dress Up that I got off of eBay. Always putting the majority of the product at the arch on the end of the brow and then bring it. The 35O and the 35B for this look, and a Myo Pigment, but I'm gonna put the Myo Pigment last because that's the one that tends to blend away. So I'm gonna do all the other work first, and then I'm gonna put the Myo Pigment. So the first shade that I'm gonna use is this shimmery peachy shade from the Morphe 35B on this flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna pack that in the middle of my very bright colored eyeshadow. You got to be popping for when you want to commit your crimes, you know. Then I'm gonna take some of the orange next to it. I kind of just blend over it. Kind of cream. The purple shade, this purple shade here, and I'm gonna put that right on the outer corner, the outer V of my eye, blending it by patting it gently into the other shade, forcing that cat eye shape that I have going on there. And I'm gonna start bringing that in. Now I'm gonna take this Fake Real Techniques bold metal brush, and I'm gonna take this color here, which is like a kind of beigey matte color, and I'm gonna start to blend out the purple in my crease. So first I'm gonna pat it on, which is what I should have done initially. The concealer brush that I used cleaned off, and I'm gonna pack that shade under my brow. Start to blend that purple shade in. And blend that in. Same on the other eye. Now I'm going to take this pencil brush that I got off of eBay, and I'm going to take this very dark eggplant purple in the Morphe 35B palette, and I'm going to put that more concentrated in my crease area. So first I'm just going to lay that product down and then blend it in. And have you ever noticed that villains love purple, especially purple eyeshadow? This blending brush from Coastal Scents. It's, yeah, just a blending brush from Coastal Scents. And I'm gonna go back into the light purple that we used initially in the crease, and then I'm gonna blend the dark. Tiny angled brush, and it NYX Milk again, and I'm gonna put a little bit more in the inner corner and on my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take this eyeshadow brush by Color. This eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna take the light purple that we use in the crease and just blend that out on the lower lash line. Just pressing it on, and then brush that I just used for the milk, clean it off, and I'm gonna put the dark purple right up against. The brush and blend. The brush. And now we are gonna go into the color that really makes this look villainous, which is the Myo Pigment, and this is the sort of yellow green pigment that they have. So I'm gonna pick up some of that and press that into the NYX Milk that we have. what's left on the brush, and I'm gonna pat that over the color that we have in the center of the lid. Tap off the excess color, and I'm patting it over in an effort to blend. Blending over the color that I have on the center, just to kind of help them blend in together and not clash so much, and also in an effort to make the Myo Pigment as blended as possible, because these things are hard to blend. You just have to keep going back and forth and playing with it until you get it. This fan brush from BH and brush away the brush that I use all over the lid with whatever excess orange that it has on it, and just kind of pass it over the green. Just on my lower lash line. A lot of eyeliner, I put on false lashes, and now I'm just putting on some mascara on the black in your waterline, but I'm going to not do that. Oh, and I also put a little more green on the inner corner because I put on so much eyeliner that I kind of covered it, so I put a little bit more on the inner. Now I'm going to take this pigment from Soft Touch Cosmetics in the shade, it's called Ice Red, but it's a sort of iridescent glitter. And I'm just going to press that over the green in the inner corner. I'm not going to use any base or anything. I'm just going to press a little bit of that on the inner corner. And now I'm going to do something just a little weird, which is where I'm going to put some mascara. This is the L 3-in-1 mascara, and I'm going to put this on my eyebrows. And what it does, it kind of acts like a brow gel. So it makes my actual lashes a little bit more prominent, a little bit more thick, so that my brows kind of look a little more real, and run it through my brows. You could obviously just use brow gel if you want. My eyebrow look when I do okay this. And for the lips, I'm going to use this colored Raine lipstick in the shade Roulette. So I'm just going to shake it up and apply one thin layer of this. Patchy, but so I'm gonna let that dry, and I'm gonna try to apply a second layer of it. Go and put on some villainous hair, and we'll check out the finished look.